Well, welcome to Sustainability Day 2025. I think one thing to notice is probably you walked through the stairs today, not on the elevator. And the reason is that I told the IT to turn off the elevator because we wanted to remark it's a sustainability day and we need to walk. It's more green, huh? And probably somebody may be angry with me now, but anyway. Well, thank you really for everyone coming here today physically, and also thank you very much for hundreds that joined online through our website. And it's really great to have you here. Probably we'll go through the agenda very soon and tell you about the series and everything, but I really wanted to highlight one important fact. I think that all of us here in the room today, whether physically or online, are here because we don't just care about environment. We don't just care about the sustainability. The difference is that we are all here in this room, in this space, because we are determined to act. Sustainability, as we say, is not anymore just an option, just a feature, just an add-on somewhere we're gonna trigger it when we need it later. It is a mandatory thing, and we all know that it's very important to know and to emphasize that just talking and thinking is not as useful as action. 10 times, 100 times more powerful. All us here are determined to act about saying and working and knowing that we're building the future. We're building a better future by practicing sustainability, by knowing that we can't just wait anymore on the side. So really all the architects, engineers, all the students here and online as well, all investors that have joined today in this event, really thank you. Thank you all for being part of this journey. And let's start our work. So, Bazar, thanks.
Thank you so much. So, dear guests, dear partners, and dear my lovely students, it is my honor to have you all here, as I'm already teaching at the university level, but this is one of my proud, to be honest. And the other proud of mine is being part of a great and revolutionary transformation vision, which is already happening here in InstaBuild. Being part of this vision, I think it is one of my proud. In this regard, I think that you, as younger, you need to be part of this journey, because we are building the future. So let me just explain a little bit why we just started this event. I have two twins. I have twins in a way. And one of them, he is not very much familiar with expressing himself. He's just showing results, practicing things. And the reason why we organized this event is because we don't want just to build, but we want to show how to build. And the reason why we organize this event is because we are looking for people who will join us today. In this regard, I think that we need people, and this is one of the key components of 5P business strategy developed by Mentor Plana, our CEO, who is going to elaborate or explain it a little bit further afterwards. Let me introduce a little bit our meeting agenda. First, we will have two keynote speakers. We have Mentor Plana, our CEO and the visionary guy. Then we have another keynote speaker who is coming from a representative coming from the office of Stefano Boeri, Miss Capriotti, and she is going to let us know some aspects of green buildings. From the perspective of architecture. Then we will have two other panelists or panels with distinguished panelists on it, and we will explain and we will show which are our building practices with the first panel, and then we have another panel the second panel, which is going to describe about certifications, ESG, and carbon credits. Afterwards, we will have a final rework. Just to let you know something, Mentor always today remarked me one thing: smile. This is my biggest problem, and to be honest, this is what I'm trying to do, but sometimes I cannot. I don't know why. So thank you, Mentor, for having you, and the floor is yours. Thank you so much. So the floor is to Mentor Plana, who is going to present as a keynote speaker today, and I hope that you will enjoy. So feel free and enjoy the event. Thank you so much.
All right, picture this. Skyscrapers rising in days, not years. Homes that power themselves, learn your habits, and even pay you back. Sounds wild? That's not sci-fi. It's the future of construction and real estate. And honestly, it's closer than you think. Let's start with construction. Modular construction is already building entire houses in under 24 hours. Drones are mapping site. Robots are producing panels. AI is optimizing every step. That means safer sites, less waste, and way faster builds. Imagine ordering a custom home online and watching it pop up on your land in a week. Yeah, that's happening. Now real estate. Forget endless paperwork and middlemen. Blockchain is changing the game. Smart contracts handle deals instantly, securely, and transparently. Want to buy a piece of a building in Tokyo? Tokenization makes it possible. You don't need millions, just a smartphone and a few tokens, and you're a global investor. And energy? Buildings that generate power, buildings that store power, buildings that trade power, solar panels, smart grids, batteries. Your house might soon sell electricity to your neighbor while you sleep. Net zero homes are just the beginning, but here's the real kicker. Technology ties it all together. Blockchain, smart contracts, tokenization. They're the backbone of this new world. Imagine buying a property with a tap, selling a property with a tap, or renting a property with a tap, paying for energy automatically, and trusting every transaction is locked in and secure. It's bold, it's fast, it's coming whether we're ready or not. The only question is, are you in?
Perfect. Okay, always with the noise. Perfect. Guys, thank you for coming. This is a special day. Actually, we are presenting series of days, starting with Dutch Day, now Sustainability Day, and we're going to do also green financing, this year, and day, and also Tech Day. Why? Because we're going to present that is possible, actually, sustainability to be affordable, and affordable, powered by green financing, and why technology, it is accessible. This is what you have seen on all over the internet. So these are goals, global goals, sustainability development goals on a global scale. So these are 17 goals. There is a Paris Treaty actually signed a long time ago, and how actually to deliver this, and what is the actually resources needed in order to deliver sustainable development goals on global level. This is ESG. Most of the companies, most of the individuals in Europe are talking about how ESG is possible, and this is on company level. So we are talking about how to say social, we are talking about environment, and we are talking about the governance. So we are talking about people, planet, and the economy. How actually to make this work on company level in order to deliver the actually sustainable development goal on the global level. This is how to say the layers, and this is how actually they have to be synchronized in order actually to deliver the value. What is actually construction? Construction is actually single, how to say, global largest economic event. Imagine by 2023, we are talking about, how to say, 13.7, $14 trillion. And And this is documented. And by 2032, we are talking about $20 trillion in construction industry. So single largest event, economic event, but also single largest, pollution event. So how actually to move from degenerative economy system that we have take, make, use, and lose, because we have waste, and then to move to take, make, use, and then reuse. Today, we're going to show you that this is possible, and you already made this transition. Now we have this, most probably you have heard elephant in the room. What is elephant in the room? And this is not a Kosovo problem. This is not an East Europe problem. This is not Western Europe problem. This is not only United States problem. We are talking about a global problem. So elephant in the room, we are talking about high labor cost. We are talking high interest rates. We are talking about high inflation. We are talking high, cost of the construction materials. And imagine about the demand. We are talking about 2.5 million homes in Germany by 2030. And imagine in Europe, every year, 5 million homes should be built in next 10 years. And imagine in the United States, in next 10 years, 13 million homes should be built. So this is elephant in the room. And now our story, I'm going to present you on why, on what, and on how we are delivering this, the benefits out of this initiative. So we are actually today presenting this global MacGyver that is happening, and we are delivering from Insta Innovation Center on a global scale. Urbanization. Today, 50% of the people globally are living on the city. We are witnessing in East Europe, we are witnessing on Western Europe, and we are also witnessing this in the United States. So people are leaving, countryside, and they are moving to the city. By 2040, this number is going to 75%. 3 billion people need a home in next, 40 years, next 30 years. So imagine 30% what we have built so far, we have to build more. 30%, imagine globally. Or actually 100,000 people globally, they need a house. This is a demand. 100,000 people on global scale, they need a house. So that said, energy that we produce, either it is fossil fuel or nuclear or wherever we actually right now are producing energy. So 49% is going to the buildings. 49%, 28% is going on transportation. 23% on the industry. These are actually data from UN Habitat. These are data from Architecture 2030. CO2 emission. What is CO2 emission? So CO2 emission actually is coming from the buildings. So 47% of the carbon is coming from the buildings. 33% is coming from transportation, and 19% from industry. So the footprint is coming from heating and cooling of the buildings. Greenhouse gas, actually that is coming from actually in the atmosphere, and it's raising the, the temperature, and you're seeing these major events that are happening globally. It's coming from actually energy efficiency or low energy efficiency, actually right now building by a traditional, way of building, and heating and cooling is the major event. This is what's happening. So in one side, we need to build more. So it's about, housing, and 3 billion people need a house. And that's why you see everybody in Pristina, in Berlin, in Austin, Texas, or wherever you see actually a lot of construction is happening. So it's world, demand for housing, and then we have the climate change. So these are clashing events. And what is the true cost? Where we are doing a building, actually the true cost is not just actually hard cost or soft cost of the project. We are talking about project cost, planetary cost, social cost, performance cost, and also process cost. This is already defined by world-leading architects like Michael Green. And you can see demonstration how these actually are the true cost of one building or one event. This is by, world-known professor Kate, actually how the social foundation and the ecological foundation should be balanced. So we have overshoot when we need actually more housing. It means that we are overshooting on the planet. So that's why we have the source of carbon. This is where we are coming from. So we have to go from degenerative economic system to a regenerative economic system. And that transition actually should happen. And this is exactly what today we have on the shortfall on the housing. And this is what we have already on the overshoot. So that's why we have a climate change. And we have, the air pollution. And then we have other, events, not to mention, on details here. But this is what is happening. And what we are introducing today. So right now, so far, I have actually presented you why we are doing this. And now on, I'm going to present you what we are doing in order, actually, problem is that, and now we are presenting the solution. So Plana Ventures is an integrated platform. Plana Capital is the investment management company. InstaBuild is a green construction system. And Cherry Communities is a real estate development company. So when I'm saying real estate development company, we are already structured and established in 2 continents, in Europe and US. So just today, actually, we have 2 architects and also a sales company that they are bringing actually from Germany first, actually, permit in Dinkelsbühl. So thank you, Robert, thank you, Peter, for coming today and also for bringing in hard copy, our permit. And the factory is full now with production that's happening, in Germany, and it's happening in Texas, it's happening in Pristina. So East Europe, Western Europe, and also North America as one vertical integrated platform. Vision of our group is building communities globally. So we want to build communities globally. We want to deliver this future of living in the global scale. And our mission is how we can make that actually sustainability affordable. Because this is actually the problem. This is the elephant in the room. How sustainability is affordable. Because right now in Western Europe, in North America, sustainability is not affordable. And here we are demonstrating and actually verifying and actually proving that it's affordable and it is possible. In order to make that promise happen, we already have crafted a strategy. People, process, product, project, profit. Everybody is talking about profit and projects. I have a project, we're going to make this profit. And looking for partners. But nobody is understanding on the right way how to say the product market, the process. And the process is not anymore on-site. It's combined between off-site and on-site. Off-site, it doesn't mean actually going away from the building site. It means that producing somewhere that you can actually build on an affordable way. And the process actually is something that you have to document. So standard operating procedures and deliver the quality on time and on budget. And people is the foundation of everything. So 25 years of legacy and building 26,000 homes and apartments so far. So we are competent on what we are talking so far. We have built, we have delivered. We have experienced on-site and off-site. We have experienced what is affordable, what is not affordable. We have experienced projects in East Europe and in West Europe and North America. We have delivered 7,000 miles from Pristina. We have delivered the module certified for Texas. And we have a team here that actually can witness that we have done that. Our culture, this is actually our true spirit. And this is why we do what we do. And this is actually what keep us, awake, and the reason why we come every day. We are profitable. The reason why we have achieved what we have achieved so far, what we have achieved, is that we are profitable. We know actually to navigate profit, and what we do is every time, that's why Desart mentioned that I want actually people to smile. I want actually people to have fun. Because if you don't have fun on what you do, you cannot deliver. So you have to deliver with fun. You have to deliver with a reason. So heart should bring you here, not your feet. And give back. So we are doing this not just for us, but we are doing actually for a bigger purpose and a big mantra that from Kosovo worldwide is possible. Everybody actually that if you hear now in East Europe, okay, no, it's not possible. You don't have, the platform, you don't have the economic development, you don't have the wages, you don't have the education. But I can tell you that it's possible. It's possible, and we are doing it, and it's registered in 2 continents. We are delivering the message, we are delivering the offer. So give back for our people, give back for our planet. So good for people, good for planet. Our values, we make change. Otherwise, it makes no sense. We have changed construction industry from on-site to off-site, from carbon-based to eco-bio-green-based. We already have changed it. We have changed the real estate industry from standalone building, low energy efficiency, to high energy efficiency, and connect and share. So building communities. We have changed energy from fossil fuel to renewable. Geothermal, solar, powering communities with clean energy. And we have also changed investment. So people can invest with us. Globally. Now we are also preparing to go on blockchain and tokenization smart contracts as a third step actually to disintegrate and to decentralize investment so people can live on the go. Deliver, while we do actually change, we build for sure, hope, and when we build hope, we are delivering it. So that's the proof. Process, very simple. This is what our team here and actually global scale, planalized and volumetric buildings. The problem here is with certification. So design is how it looks, engineering, how it works, certification, where you can sell. Imagine here, we have a product, housing solution, that is certified for 2 continents. We just need land and infrastructure, and we can build communities. We're already doing it. For example, if I go in Germany, I meet building companies, they say, okay, you don't know how hard it is to build in Germany. If I go in Scandinavia, they say, okay, no, forget Germany. Here is actually stronger, harder, and more difficult. If I go in the United States, Texas, okay, forget Europe. No, hurricanes, tornadoes, or actually heating and cooling. You have, 50, plus degree in Texas, but we did it. And actually we have certification for Europe, we have certification for Europe, for US, we have delivered in Europe, we have delivered in US. So we did it. And you all recognize this. Building a house with, a traditional way, it takes months and it takes years. What we have done, we have compressed that in days, in hours. Imagine we build a house here in 1 day, and we assembled in a day in Europe or in US with 5 people and 3 trucks. Another house with volumetric now bathpots. Same, 1 day in assembling, 1 day in production, 5 people, 4 trucks, 3 trucks, that's it. Another example, now turnkey. Imagine in Germany, KW 40, QNG, we have actually our references, and we have delivered. KW 40, QNG in a matter of hours, not in a matter of years. Most companies actually, they are delivering now in Germany in a matter of, years and months. Actually, it's a big time achievement if you do that. This is also multifamily, same thing. It's taking month. It takes month and or years, and now we do it in days. Imagine 2 weeks in production. 2 weeks in production or 10 days in production, and then another 10 days, 2 weeks in Germany. And it's actually carbon neutral. And it is KW 40, highest energy efficiency standard right now in Germany. Product, very simple. 1 bedroom, 1 module, 2 bedroom, 2 module, 3 bedroom, 3 modules. And stacking in 3-4 stories, and we build communities. So this is like ABC master plan. This is ABC, buildings. This is another bigger master plan, ABC, combining. And then we have multi-story, multifamily, multi-story senior housing, multi-story micro apartments, multi-story traditional homes, multi-story signature homes. And then we have projects. Projects, cherry communities. We build cherry communities. We have built communities in last, 25 years. So cherry communities is a movement that we provide, the green living, planting seeds of the future via community. So this is a big cherry that we have delivered. This is neighborhood, actually, cherry. This is a project that I did when I was 24 years, 47 houses in 6 months built and sold. This is also elegant cherry, another project. Right now we are doing this project, 1,100 homes. One of the biggest actually project in East Europe, happening in Pristina. This is part of the project already executed. This is a project in Texas. This is another project in Pristina. And this is in Germany, Dinkelsbühl, that today we have the permit actually on physical, manner. So thank you, Peter and Robert, for coming here. And this is what we're going to launch very soon in Pristina. This is, 2 office buildings that actually we're going to foster collaboration, innovation, and globalization on a global scale. So 2 towers, 20 story each, and -4, under the ground, 720 parking places. So it's one of the best actually designed office buildings so far in Pristina, and I think in East Europe, and also highest energy efficiency standard design so far. Profit, most of the companies are talking about actually build to sell, but we build to rent and then we sell. This is how we deliver the profit to our shareholders, to our investors. We're talking about 25% plus profit, up to 40%. We're talking about 18-month profit distribution. This is, Burim, very interesting. Actually, if you build something in actually Little Rock or somewhere in Arkansas there, and actually, what about ESG compliance? 100% actually ESG compliance. KW 40, 100% reusable and zero waste. Today, we're going to demonstrate how we designed the house here, and actually we assembled in demo park, and it stayed there for 2 years. We disassembled that, and then shipped to Germany, and that house actually is assembled there, finished there, and we have a family in Germany that's living in that house, and it's zero waste. So we're gonna show you that it's possible, it's doable, and we already did it. Profit, ESG, and SDG. Actually, for sure, sustainable development goals on a global scale, but also we have synchronized ESG, actually, our company to deliver on a global scale, and already Plana Capital supports sustainable projects, Instabil use green construction system, and Cherry communities are eco-friendly communities. This is our partners. I mean, when you see these partners, this is not a simple page. I can tell you that this is a global power. This is actually our true power that we are working actually with these teams, this actually leadership that they are present in 2 continents. They are working actually with us to deliver the future, because they are producing actually part of the house, but we produce actually the house. They are producing actually a house, but we actually deliver in the community. So together, we are synchronized. We are actually delivering actually the future together. This is our innovation center. This is where you are sitting right now. So we are working on future of living. We are working on future education. We are working on future of work. So future work, we know that AI is here. But most of the people are using AI as a chatbot, as a software, but I can tell you that AI can work also on the hardware. So imagine AI working with us with robotic arms and producing a house with zero labor force. Imagine actually robotics and thinking about 3D printing. Imagine AI on process optimization. And already we are talking with and working with our global partners to put that in action. And this is actually what we are working on. Right now, we are working on this group, on this company, to deliver actually by 2030, 5,000 units annually. This is our goal. And this is what we do actually in Germany, sustainability in action. This is also what we do in Texas. This is what we do also in Pristina. So sustainability in action. For example, Germany, by 2080, we are delivering 50,000 square meters built to rent. And this is only this in Germany is about 250 million euro portfolio. So this is me, and the reason actually why I did it mentoring plan A, so mentor plan, mentoring plan A, no plan B. Actually, I'm using this actually for people so they can remember it, that we have a plan and there is no plan B on what we are doing. So again, thank you for coming. This is actually the move that we are doing. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you so much, Mentor. By the way, just let you know something. When I just met Mentor in the beginning, I remembered something when I was a kid. When I was a kid, we played a game. Something, what is flying, fluturan, maybe you remember. And many times we said fluturan, or what is flying is home. Nobody answered or raised the hands when we said home, because it was not imaginable that a home may fly. But when I just came to Instabuild, Mentor introduced me the concept that this dream that I had in the past is realizable. So it is happening. It is happening because in the past, when you try to move in another place, or because of your career, when you try to move somewhere, then you were not able to bring your home with you. What Mentor and our team is doing is that we are trying to educate the mass that you can get your home with you. So this was not imaginable in the past, but this is what is happening now, and this is why he invited students and youngsters to understand the future of living, the future of education, and the future of building. So Instabuild is that. So without losing too much time, I would invite Miss Carlota from, just a moment please. Okay, here I have, who is going to represent Capobianca, who is going to represent...
Thank you.
Yeah. I'm sorry, I don't speak Italian very fluently, so I cannot maybe spell it well, but welcome to our...
No, it was perfect.
Yeah, thank you so much. Just to let you know, she is coming from Stefano Boeri Architetti, an agency, architectural agency, and she is going to present something from sustainable architecture and natural integration. So how they are practicing this sustainable architecture and natural integration, because today it is not the same living in an urban area, and what we are trying to do is living in the middle of a forest. So the floor is yours, and thank you for your time.
Thank you very much. First of all, I present myself. My name is Carlotta Capobianco, and I'm project leader and deputy manager at Stefano Boeri Architetti. I'm deputy manager at the office of Tirana. I give, in case you don't know us, I give a short presentation about the office. We are many people. The office was founded by Mr. Boeri. We have 3 offices, one in Milan, one in Shanghai in China, and one in Tirana. That actually is why we got to know Mr. Plana. So we, first of all, I would thank Mentor and also Arta for inviting us. We are very interested in what he's doing. We have been exchanging knowledge, and we hope we will have the possibility to collaborate together. So we have, this is a bit of a data about the office. So around 75 collaborators with let's say, half men and half women, many nationalities from all over the world, and quite a young average age. We take care of many aspects, architecture and urban planning, starting from building. Then we do a lot of master planning, new districts, new town, and regulation plans for existing cities. Then we have a separate department that is supporting architecture and urban planning, that is the research department, that is taking care also of all the projects of urban forestry that we try always to foster and to develop. And then we have also a communication department that takes care of diffusing and sharing knowledge about what we normally do. This is thanks to the research and communication department that we published this book that is Green Obsession, because the green obsession is the common thread that leads always what we do and the projects in which we are involved. Green Obsession, this book about you read the subtitles, Tree Towards Cities, Human Towards Forest, is analyzing the way in which human beings can enhance their relationship with living nature and how we can live together in cities. And this book won this SDG Action Award as inspiring we have been awarded because we have been appointed as active actors in sharing the knowledge and fostering the research to achieve the Sustainable Development Goals that also Mentor mentioned before and that have been set by the UN. This is the first and most iconic project that I'm going to present. My intervention will be so short, so we selected 4 projects for you. This is the Bosco Verticale in Milan. Last year we had the 10th anniversary of this building. And this building, we are very happy because it has been chosen as the icon of the 11th goal of the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, that is make cities, sorry, I blocked, okay. make cities and like more like related to nature, like a symbol of sustainable cities and communities. Why? Because this is an image we like to show when we do presentations about what we do, is an image that's done by the European Space Agency, ESA, that shows how the Italian effect affects the temperature of the city, in this case Milan. And as you can see near the word Milan, we have the park, a big park, and then on the northern side another big park, and you can see vertical garden project, vertical forest. Here you can see that where we have our vertical forest building, the heat island effect is reduced. So the more we put trees in cities and on buildings, the less we feel the effect of the climate change. So we can, in a way, stop this vicious circle and make cities a better place where to live. So as you can see, these are the two towers of vertical forest. One is 110 meters, the other one is a bit smaller, is 76. They have much more trees than the park that is at the ground floor. So as you can see, the difference of like a part of a city covered with a canopy of trees, and the perception of the temperature is much lower than a place in which you don't have any trees. So trees are our focus. And as I already said, our main focus is understanding how people can live and can cohabit with living nature, also taking into account the importance of a tree as an active device in reducing heat island effect, collecting water, improving microclimate, and many other positive effects. Why we say this? Because we have been studying, even through some literature and cultural and artistic inspiration through years, the relationship between men and trees. So this is the first inspiration we normally show, and this is Italo Calvino, an Italian writer, and one of his most famous books is called Barone Rampante, and it tells the story of a young 12 years old baron that, after an argument with the parents, decides to live on top of a tree for the rest of his life, improving this relationship and moving only in the crown of the trees, setting a new relationship between his life and the living nature. This second reference that we like very much to show is the work of Joseph Beuys, that after some experiences, similar experiences in Italy, in 1982, did a project in Kassel that is called the 7,000 Oaks. And the subtitle is City Forestation instead of City Administration. So he built he grouped 7,000 basalt stone in front of the museum the Frederiциanum Museum in Kassel, and he tried to sell, and he sold every basalt stone in order to fund the plantation of 7,000 trees. So this was an intervention that changed the cityscape of Kassel forever, and it remained as a legacy, as you can see. Then another very important reference for us is Friedensreich unter Wasser artist that conceived this performance, this work of art for the Triennale in Milan in 1973. And he tried to think about a tree as a tenant of an apartment. So he did this performance, and then he also gave a press conference with the mayor of Milan, putting a tree into an apartment in the Amazzoni that is a very central road actually in the city center of Milan. So starting from these inspirations, this is what we normally try to do, is building constructions that could host both trees, human beings, and also all the other the other species that trees are cohabiting with. So all animals, birds, insects. And building a vertical forest is not just a way to foster urban forestry in the cities. That means occupying less land, giving house to many people, much more than through an extended master planning, and then also hosting a higher number of trees that could also work as an active device, as I was saying, in order to improve the internal and outside comfort, reducing carbon, producing oxygen, reducing noise, reducing temperature, and also a screen from the pollution and improving biodiversity. And this is a bit of what we did of the first experiment. Of course, this was the first experiment, and then we have been doing research in order to improve the typology, differentiate the architectural shape of the towers, and also applying this specific facade that is made with living nature, also in low height building. And these are some pictures from the inside of the Bosco Verticale. As you can see, we can host real trees, and these, in order to host the trees, we always study architecture in order to give them the better conditions to grow and to flourish and to survive during years, in years. And this is the last masterpiece that our communication department and research department did, is the book about the Bosco Verticale for the 10th anniversary, and it is exactly a compendium of everything that has been studied and had been researched in order to build this let's say, groundbreaking building at the time, because it was the first that actually could really put together a tower for apartments and a tower for trees. As I was saying, the typology and the research went on. So we started trying to apply this typology also for other budgets. So what you see here is through the vertical forest. It's a social housing tower placed in this Trudeau development in Eindhoven, in Stripes. There is the former Philips area. And this is also something that we are very much interested in, is the use of prefabrication. For this tower, as you can see here, on the right you see the trees once they were planted at the first plantation. This is the situation now. We use prefabrication in order to lower the construction cost. Use prefabrication for the whole architecture, so slabs, facade, and also pots. And these I know it is a topic that for instability is not new, but these allowed us to speed up the timing for construction, and also it required a better design in terms of the preliminary and also detailed design phases, but in the end, it lowered the construction cost, and it gave a very good result with these. Of course, we had an abacus of bases that have been composed on the facade. And these are some pictures of the inside apartments, because it's built to rent for students. They're just small apartments. And the last vertical forest that I'm going to show is Tirana, because it's close to you. This is, as you can see, the architectural shape. It's adapted to the situation and to the context, because here we had a blind facade. So we try to build a tower that is opening towards the city on the three sides, also with these particular balconies and bases on the corners, and using Mediterranean species, because of course all the species and all the essences of trees are studied by our botanists in order to be the right ones for each facade according to the orientation of the building, and also for the geographic position of the building we are talking about. Here are some pictures of the phase in which we have just planted the trees. As you know, as I think you know, maybe you saw some videos online, pruning and maintenance is centralized, of course. Is done from the external, on the external facade by people, by flying gardeners on a rope. And it's done twice a year. Irrigation is centralized, and of course, in the new typologies new buildings that we are designing at the moment, we always try to insert new goals and new challenges. For example, timber construction, recycling greywater. For irrigation, of course, we always foresee solar panels. We try to treat the building as a tree that takes the energy from the ground and from the sun, and then brings it inside or in circle, and then it gives something to the city and to it exchange with the external environment. Last project that is a bigger scale is an example of how we can apply our research about cohabiting between human and living nature. Is Tirana regulation plan we developed in 2015, and this is a bit of an example of how we try doing master planning to give to the cities an infrastructure able to sustain and to be the right base for a sustainable development. So, as you can see, Tirana is I think, as you know, Tirana is a very complex city. And as Mentor was saying, it is going through a huge process of urbanization, and many people are coming to Tirana to live. Development is the most important activity at the moment in the city. So we tried first to contain the urban development through the use of this green ring all around the city that was called Metro Bosco, planting more and more trees, building this green belt. This green belt that could have hosted two oases on the southern side of the city, then also trying to enhance greenery inside and creating even some landmarks in the main axis of the city. There are these rings always through plantation of trees. Then creating a big new axe, always characterized by green and parks. So that is the New World Park and the Boulevard. That is a continuation of the old boulevard that is already existing in Tirana. Then trying to give to give back to water the importance that it deserves in a city like Tirana that is surrounded by lakes and is crossed by two rivers that actually pass inside the city that are a great potential to develop new parks. Then creating new epicenter, giving importance to the existing small towns around and creating new dynamic epicenters in the rural area, giving importance to the rural areas as well and on the mountains, because the geographical context in which Tirana is inserted is really interesting. Then giving some attention and putting some highlights on creating new schools that could have become the new epicenters for the small district in the idea of a walkable 15 minutes city. So creating these open schools that are not only schools for children, but that could have been open from like 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and even becoming a real service to the communities as a gathering place. Preserving heritage, of course, that is the base of our culture in Europe. Trying to give importance and strengthen the agricultural feature of the city and of the surroundings that is still very important. Reactivating the railway in order to go through high quality and sustainable mobility, improving on the road networks and improving also sharing mobilities. And this is something that we have to say, as the previous point, but it is something that Tirana municipality really did. And then always keeping an eye on accessibility. That is one of the main aspects of sustainability of a city. So involving everyone and being inclusive, and of course giving importance to energy, because clean energy production is is one of the most important basic points of a sustainable city development. These are some images that we did in order to inspire what then would have been the practical application of our principles for the Tirana Regulation Plan. And just to conclude, we went from a small scale to a very large scale. Our research is going on. As you can see, we try to keep the point on sustainability and on our green obsession, always changing the way in which we approach architecture in master planning and in buildings, trying always to give a different character to each building and to each project we do, but always keeping this common thread of the cohabiting between human beings and living nature. And this could be like a cherry community of vertical forest. And as you can see, it's done by an artist that tried to summarize all the work that we have been developing along the years. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Carlota.